ARC team composing of Alex the soldier, Cecil the technician, Maximilian the scientist, and Anara the medic. You get into this little submarine pod, just big enough to fit the four of you, and descend from the Orpheus platform. That's basically like this. It's almost like it's like an oil platform, basically, right? Like out in the ocean, as you take in a helicopter to the platform itself, and you descend. It seems the operation of this sub is all like programmed. It's literally its sole purpose is to from the platform down to the facility. So you literally hit the go button and it descends to 20,000 feet to dock with the Eurydice.
I'm just gonna make sure there's other people between me and Nabi.
I don't feel good dropping this fast. I got a sort of a stomach ache. I'm gonna sit over here and decide for a minute.
Put your head down between your legs.
How is that relevant?
It will make you less seasick. And I point to my badge on my chest. Good for health. Do it.
I mean, I've read in a magazine
Do
that really
it.
isn't true.
Do it. And I'll push on his head down between his legs.
Y'all are a bunch of wusses.
I'll accept this.
Nabi is watching his timer that he's pulled out just as we started to descend and just kind of looks up. Well, you know, I've been on faster, really. This thing is medium speed at best.
I'll start breathing heavy.
Deep breath. Breathe through
Calm
your
down.
nose.
I'm gonna be fine.
Have you been underwater before?
Oh, God! Stop talking about it!
As Maxie begins to hyperventilate, a red light flashes on the console, an oxygen warning. Oxygen low, oxygen low. Rapid consumption occurring. Just as you dock with the station. So you come in through like basically, you can kind of look out the portholes, right? The roof, the ceiling of this the first sector. And as you're coming in, as it looks like outside, like the rest of the sector, there's no like outside lights, except for one area, kind of far off to, I guess, what in orientation of you would be to your right. You see a single sector lit from underneath it, and the light shines far enough to display what looks like a type of trench that a portion of the sector itself is almost suspended over. But the big doors on the top of the sector open and the sub drops down and they close, and after about another 5 minutes, that light just beeping and flashing, the water flushes out and pressurizes and the sub door opens.
You're fine now. We can get out. You'll be okay.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Maxie, what a baby.
You're not helping, Alex.
You just concentrate on what you're good at.
I'd like to see you do basic training.
That is not what our purpose is.
Well, you're lucky to have me, because this kid is something else.
Can we just find the personnel keys quickly?
After you.
In this little sector, there is what looks like a man hatch, like a hatch, with a big wheel on the top of it. You can crank open, and there's a ladder that leads you down to the lower section of Sector 1, which you see prominently displayed on one of the walls as a big 1. In this sector, it's a round room and like just a fairly large circle, but in addition to the hatch that comes down, it looks like there are 2 additional exits, 2 doors, one of which has a 2 next to it, and the other has an 8. Basically to the right of each of these doors, set into the steel wall, there looks like a vent covering. Other than that, though, like the construction of this sector, it's just plain like steel walls. There does look like there's a red cabinet in here, and on the opposite wall of the doors are 4 deep sea. They look like exosuits in cages.
I'll get out and look around. Everybody, make sure you remember where we parked. We're in Sector 1.
Got it.
Order received.
Cecil'd like to go over to this red panel and see if he can open it and investigate it a little bit.
Absolutely, it is unlocked, and inside there is a med kit.
What you got there?
Oh boy. It's some medicines, it looks like.
Give it to the doctor.
Take that.
Sure, yeah. You can hold on to it. Kind of heavy.
Are we in need of a med kit?
You never know. Better to be prepared.
Maxie, are you gonna stop crying or what?
I'm confused. We're not crying.
Whatever that giggle sadness thing is you're doing, stop it.
I sort of look around and walk over to the door. Number 2? In there?
Does anybody know their way around this place?
Follow the numbers.
Okay.
Open the door.
And to the side of it, there just looks like there's like a little an interactive button, basically, right? And these mechanical doors whoosh open to reveal a long, sectioned off corridor, which, you know, this kind of bulkhead is what it is, to travel to the next sector. As you step in to this bulkhead, you know, I don't know if one of you maybe goes ahead, right, to open up, but as you do, you find that the way these bulkheads function is, you know, both doors cannot be open at the same time. It seems it's some type of safety measure, right? So you can all file into the bulkhead, close the door leading to Sector 1, and then you'll be able to progress to Sector 2.
These exosuits that we saw, are those something that we are familiar with?
Well, so they're basically like suspended in these cages, and they look reinforced, and they are also clearly meant for like deep sea. So they have a big like domed helmet, so you can clear visibility. There are a couple of lights mounted to either side of the helmet.
So they're for going outside of the facility.
And there's 4 of them.
There are 4 of them, yes. If you recall, there are always 4 personnel stationed for every 3-month shift at the Eurydice Facility.
I think Cecil Nobbs would have gone to take a peek to see if those cages can be opened or if they're locked. Not necessarily going to open them and like go in and poke around at the suits, but just curious to see if there's any lock on them.
There is no lock. They are accessible.
He'll tuck that away in his squirrely little brain.
There's a good chance they're not outside.
There
Let's
he is.
go.
Yes, let's go.
Yeah, I should hope not.
On to Sector 2. So you step in, and again, this room, unlike Sector 1, it's dark. Aside from kind of these flashing LED lights that seem to be coming from what look like type of servers housed in racks that kind of line the circular walls of this sector.
Are there any like interfaces or display screens or anything that look like they'd be intended to be interacted with?
You don't see anything, but again, it's pitch black here, other than the flashing lights in this sector.
I have a flashlight. I'll take the flashlight out and shine it around, help to find some kind of a light switch.
Shining it, you know, kind of along the server banks. It doesn't look like there are actually any terminals here. It's very clearly basically just like a server farm almost. And as you sweep your light, Maxie, across the room, basically, you spot something moving. It's about maybe 3 feet long, and it looks like some type of crustacean as it's skittering across the ground. It has a crab-like shelled face with about 6 appendages, it looks like, and a long tail which comes up the rest of its body. But sprouting from the top of it is this reptilian mouth. So it takes the shape of almost like, it kind of looks like a wishbone, basically, like two, from one point, two kind of narrow curving sections of it, and it reacts to the light and it skitters to, I assume you're following it with your flashlight.
I'm gonna immediately run back, get behind Alex, and go, kill it! And shine the light at it. Kill it! Kill it! Kill it! Kill it!
What is that?
So it does following with your light, it flees to the only other door that leads out of here, which has a big 3 next to it, and it tries to squeeze itself through the grating that's set to the right of the door. And it looks like it's very malleable as it's trying to get its way into this conduit.
It looks like it might be kind of tasty if we roasted it up. There's no need to be afraid of that little critter, Maxie.
At the sight of this thing, the way it's it's entirely alien and foreign to you. Each of you will suffer 2 stress.
Even Nobby?
Even
Makes
Nobby.
it looks tasty.
I put my hands on Alex's back and I'm pushing, but my feet are just sort of sliding onto the floor and going, "Do your job! Do your job!"
I will. Calm your horses. Pull my gun out.
But you don't want to shoot. What if you hit one of the servers?
Okay, fine. Pull my knife out.
Well, these are, I think, C-52 A34s. They're pretty rugged. Not the most cutting edge, but they do the job.
What's the C-50? Is that the alien name or the server name?
No. That's not the alien.
Alien?
What the frick is this?
I don't know. I've never been down here before.
Tasty morsel, more like.
Kill
Alien
it!
to me. I pull my knife. Take a swing.
It has now successfully squeezed through the grating, so you can try to remove it and go in after it into the conduit if you'd like.
It's gone, Maxie. It's fine.
It's still in here, and we're down here.
It's not harming us. Just leave it alone.
Yeah, if you think about it, it didn't attack us. It ran away. So that has to be a good sign, right?
No, but I mean, it's not bothering me now. Just leave it.
Let's get the personnel keys. Let's go.
Let's go to 3.
I'm walking behind Alex.
Okay, sure. And again, your light kind of flashing over the place. Everyone can see. I assume, are you kind of panicked, Maxie? Like, is it flitting all over the place, kind of thing?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you see that there's looks like this slick, like translucent substance that covers most of the surfaces down here. In addition to a ladder, which would be to the right of the door that you used to enter. It does lead up to a small hatch. It's labeled 2B.
I'm going to change my flashlight over to the UV setting just to see if anything reveals itself that I can't see with just the light.
Okay. As you switch it over, the substance becomes like even more visible, right? Again, it was like kind of this translucent, and you just see it clearly glowing in the UV light of the flashlight. And clearly prominent on now, of course, on the rungs of the ladder, like a vibrance, like it's more substance there lighting up in the UV.
Maxie, don't shine your light on Nobby. Just don't do it. Trust me.
Alex, should we check up the ladder?
Before you had switched to the UV as well, the slick substance, it actually looked like it reacted to the light, and it started to actually slowly, like as slow as molasses would, but move and shift. And since you were the one using the flashlight there, Maxie, you could take an additional stress as you realize this and discover this.
Looks like it came up the ladder.
Should we check up there before we move on?
What came up the ladder?
The thing.
Do you have to pee, Maxie?
Not yet. What? I look down at my pants. No.
I just don't understand the noises coming out of your mouth.
I look at her confused.
Don't worry about him. Do you want to check out the ladder, or should we move on?
I don't care. I do what I'm told.
Just go check the ladder real quick, and we'll just make sure there's nothing up there before we move on. We don't want to leave something behind us or whatever.
10-4. I'll go check the ladder.
Alex, when you get to the ladder, you actually see the ladder isn't covered in slime. It's actually covered in blood, which still reacted to the UV light.
Guys, this is blood.
Yeah, we'll definitely check. I'll be right behind you.
Next to the hatch, you see there's it's a numerical keypad, and above it there are 3 unlit LEDs, like little lights. There is blood on this keypad. See bloody fingerprints on the 3, the 6, and the 0 keys.
Guys, looks like someone was wounded. Bleeding. Blood. All the way up here on the keypad. Looks like they got in the door. You guys know the code?
Keypad obviously goes to this hatch that the ladder goes to.
Yeah.
I'll go over and look at the keypad and shine the light on it and go, that's this combination.
Someone needs help. Who knows how to hack?
Is there anything that would indicate, like, on looking at it, like, the sequence in which it was, like, the last number that, or the amount of blood on each one, or anything that would give us a clue?
No, nothing quite like that. Just indicating the 3 numbers that are used in the sequence.
This is not my realm. Who here knows how to hack? Who knows technology?
This looks like it could be pretty easy peasy. I can come take a look.
Please.
I'll hold the light.
Now, is it just... I swear that slimy stuff moved when you shined the light on it.
Don't worry about the slime. Concentrate on this keypad, get this hatch open so we can go help whoever it is in need.
Oh, okie dokie.
Someone's bleeding.
I shine the light up in his face and go, just open it! Just open it!
Hold
And then shine it back on the lock.
your britches. Okay.
He didn't mean that literally.
Yeah, put your hands down,
It's
Maxie.
a finger of speech.
Is every character you play ever gonna say that?
All right, so I'd like to make an attempt to see if I can hack, I suppose, or whatever you think is the appropriate skill to try and get us through this keypad, if that's possible.
Well, do you have some equipment that you want to utilize here, or because it's a keypad, you have 3 digits?
Right.
Do you just want to try out all the combinations of it, or do you have a tool that you can use that might bypass the keypad altogether?
I have my drone friend, which can access systems. I don't know if this is a system it would be able to access.
Okay, sure. If you want to, like pop off the front panel and let your drone buddy get in there and try to override the sequence. Yeah, absolutely.
Sure. Okay. Let's see what Little Knobs can do with this little keypad here. So I'll pull out whatever kind of sharpish object I've got in my pocket and try and pry the front panel off to get access to the electronic bits.
Why don't you go ahead and make me a hack roll? And it's only a 1 difficulty, so you need 1 success.
So I have 2 skills in hack, and I also have consummate professional. So that means I get a +1 when performing my job. And I believe my job is bypass digital security protocols. Would that fall under this?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I rolled an 8, 7, and a 5.
So that is, the 8 is a success, the 7 is a failure, and as well as the 5. So you'll incur 1 stress for each of those failures. But your drone buddy does succeed, and you all see as its little like mechanical arms are kind of working and twisting, and the 3 LEDs. After a couple seconds, the first one lights up, and then goes dark, and then the next 2 lights up, dark again, until finally it gets the sequence, and all 3 light up sequentially, and the hatch disengages and opens.
See? Easy peasy.
Get out of the way. Alex, go up there.
Oh, I don't want to go first. It's all yours.
I push you out of the way.
I push Nobby out of the way.
I get out of the way.
It looks like, as Alex goes up there, this is a very small containment like module. It's not nearly the size of the regular sector, and it painted on the wall it says life support, and inside you don't see, there's no signs of body. There is some more blood here though, but there's a single control panel, and it looks like there is a key, an electronic kind of interface with on the end of like a rope, right, like a lanyard, inserted into what reads as the emergency shutoff, but it does not appear it has been engaged.
Is this the key we need?
Yeah, what have we got here?
It's a key card.
It does look like a key card.
Is this room lit, or are we still using the flashlight for our only...
Actually, here, I believe it is lit.
Okay.
Listen, I'm not here to be the brain. Someone tell me if this is the key.
Does the lanyard look like it's the key card on the end of it? Does it look like it's just one of the blank keys that's used for, or does it have something written on it?
It actually does have a name. It says Dr. Astoria.
This is definitely one of the keys we needed. Apparently Dr. Astoria is hurt, though, and somewhere in need of help.
I take out my little notebook and I mark a 1 in it. 1 down!
Give me the key. I'm most likely to live.
That's not comforting.
Y'all a bunch of wusses. I need that key.
I mean, I could make the argument that I'd be the most likely to live, seeing as how I have the most medical knowledge. You're more
don't we
likely to
all
get
live?
attacked.
Why don't we just find the other keys and we all can live?
Yeah, I plan on living through this mission.
All right.
Give me the key. I'll put it in my pouch. Let's go.
When Inara dies, don't say I told you so.
But look around. There's nowhere anybody could be hiding or anything up here, right?
No.
Let's go to Sector 3.
Wait, don't say
She
I
couldn't have
told
gotten
you
far.
so.
Yeah, I said the
That doesn't make any sense.
edit it.
Don't not say I told you so!
Why would we say I told you so? We didn't tell you so.
Also, they're dead. How can they?
That's right.
You know what? Blooper for your enjoyment, all right, listener? Gosh.
So the key was inserted into the slot, and it was meant to initiate something. What did you say it was?
Emergency
This is
shut
the
off.
life. This is a life support module. It was meant to
Shut
turn
off the life support.
but it was not engaged.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why they would want to turn the life support off. That sounds sketch.
Either she went crazy from being underwater for so long, or something is very, very wrong here.
Maybe she was the only one left alive, and she was trying to kill whatever was down here, and then they killed it.
That would fall
they killed
under
her.
the very, very wrong category, yes.
I'm not comfortable.
Well, let's hurry up, get to Sector 3, get through this, and get out of here.
I think we're gonna need to go to more than Sector 3.
I'm going to walk towards Sector 3 door.
Okay, through the only bulkhead that exits, other than, of course, the path that you came from. So as you're moving to this bulkhead that leads to Sector 3, is there any inspection of the grate that leads into the conduit next to it that you want to do, or are you just going to ignore it?
That's the place where the creature went?
Yeah.
I'll shine the flashlight in there for sure.
So you kind of pry the cover of it. I mean, it's not meant to be secured or keep somebody from accessing it. You open it up and it looks like there's just a bunch of power cables and other tubes that run down it. It's probably only about 2 feet wide. It's like a 2 foot by 2 foot kind of space. Like you would be very cramped moving through it. Hence the stress that you would incur you having to use it. But as you shine the light again, I guess you're back to the regular flashlight, obviously.
Regular flashlight.
So you see just more of that slime, clearly originating from this creature, and again slowly reacting to the light as you pass the torch over it, and you can see to the end of it. It's only about 20 feet long, and you just see the other grate and more kind of almost like the goo. Like, yes, it's translucent, but it still like refracts and reflects light, right? So you see clearly it's gone out the grate on the other side.
So I have this field research kit, and I'm going to take that out and collect a sample of this moving goo if I can.
Okay.
And cap it and write on there what it is and put it in. And as I do that, I want to take a look at it. Does anything come to mind, or does it remind me of anything I've seen in the past?
Roll me a history check. No, I.
Research or
Sure.
research?
Yeah. You want to do? Roll me an easy research. 1 success for a research.
Okay, so that can I use my science for my career and then my 2 die for under research? So I had to roll 3.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I have a 6, a 1, and a 3.
Ouch.
Okay, so the 6 of the 3 failures, and the 1, of course, is a critical failure. You incur a total of 4 stress, because the critical failure is 2 stress.
Oh my gosh.
And you can make me a burnout roll because of the critical failure. So, as a reminder, burnout roll, you roll a d10. And if it's less than your stress level, you burn out.
Okay, my stress level is 7 right now.
Oh.
And I rolled a 9.
Oh,
Wow.
okay. So
Nice
you do
roll.
not burn out. You just somehow Maxie steadfast inspecting this conduit or trying to recall what this goo may remind him of, but unfortunately you've never seen anything like this. If there is something like it that maybe you would be familiar with at the time, the recall in the situation, maybe the nerves are getting to you. You are unsure.
I think I know what this is. It's goo of some kind.
No duh.
Do we all see that the goo goes out the other grate on the other side, which would be in Sector 3?
Yeah, if you all are gonna look, absolutely.
Alex, be careful. The creature is in the next sector.
Let's go, punks.
Go. Following you.
Yeah, I move on to Sector 3.
I look over at Newbie and I go, I need a microscope. Is the only reason I don't know what it is I need something to look at it closer.
Stop stressing out, Maxie.
It's fine, Max.
Entering Sector 3. This sector is properly lit. Looks like there is a large computer terminal that dominates the western side of the sector, which would be to your left. And to your right, it does look like there is another single bulkhead door that leads out with the grating of a conduit next to it as well.
Does it say 4 above it?
It does, yes. That does lead to Sector 4, yeah. And on the walls here is painted Operations Infirmary. The north edge of this sector, though, is divided by a thick plastic infirmary sheet with an examination table on the other side of it. Looks like there's medical supplies, like unsealed medical supplies that maybe look like they just got turned over in some type of interaction or struggle here. Blood covers many of the instruments, like the panels and medical instruments both. A trail of it leads to the bulkhead that leads to Sector 4. And there is another red cabinet in here.
Look for medical supplies, Nara. Take what you need.
What's in the red cabinet?
There is another field med kit in there.
I will pick that up. Can I tell from the amount of blood and the struggle, can I have any idea what happened? Like Sherlock Holmes the shit out of this thing?
You can make me medicine. You have a skill? Is that a career skill, medicine?
Yes.
Yeah, you can make me a medicine skill.
I have 2 dice in medicine, and I rolled a 10 and a 6.
Okay, well, the 10 is the critical success, which has 2 successes. You did only need the 1. Sorry, I didn't give that before the roll. But a crit does reduce a stress, so you kind of negate the failure, so you take 0 stress for that.
So,
One
keep
second.
moving.
I'll hold my finger up. I'm looking. Hold on. I think something happened here.
It looks like the terminal, you see kind of that's where the blood almost like originates, and it seems clearly someone was trying to access it or use it, and they must have been confronted by somebody or possibly something before suffering some type of wound and needing to run and flee to Sector 4.
Clearly somebody was trying to use this terminal and got interrupted. We should follow them to Sector 4. They're definitely hurt and needing my help. Is there anything else to look through while we're in here before we leave?
Not anything as far as like sealed cabinets. Just the terminal itself does look like it, similar to the emergency shutdown, has an access point for a crew key.
Can you get a map of this base from there?
Yeah, put the other key in there and see if it lights it up.
I'm not putting anything in anything. You
Oh, I
guys
got
are
the
the
key.
geniuses.
I have it. I'll hand it to you.
I walk over, stick it into the place that it goes, into the slot.
And the terminal lights up, and there's a display. It has 3 options listed. Number 1, station status. Next to it, the text is kind of in a red blinky box. Sector 6 alert. Number 2, cameras/intercom, offline. Personnel tracking, offline. And finally, number 3, emergency controls, restricted.
Okay, so what's this mean?
I click cameras on.
It looks like you click into a live feed, and in addition to the cameras, there's what pulls up is it looks like an over map, of this facility itself, and it looks like this facility is composed of 9 sectors. Currently, the live feed is tuned into Sector 1, where you arrived, and all that is displayed is basically the ladder that you came down from when you arrived and docked from your sub, and then the 4 exo suits still in their cages.
I'll take out my my small notebook and sort of scribble in a rough overview of this map. And as I do that, I'll hit the intercom button. Say, "Doctors, where are you?"
You hear like a kind of it's almost like a thumping noise, almost like just a noise that's repeated over and over again. Or it has a kind of an electronic quality to it, as if maybe somebody is activating the comm system, but no voice coming through.
I sort of step to the side and go, "Hey, I look over at Cecil. Can you tell where that's coming from?"
Yeah, I can take a closer look. Let me see what's going on here. I have this personal digital device, Leland.
Mm-hmm.
What exactly does it do?
So your PDD, you can use it to store digital data, and other perks that you might have been able to pick up kind of enhance its functionality. But basically, with this, you can store the map on it and always have the map with you at least.
Okay.
I put my notebook away.
Sorry, what are you... Navi, what is it you're trying to do?
Well, I don't know. This is my specialty, so I'm hoping that I can do more than what Maxie was able to do.
I was specifically asking you if you could figure out where the noise was, which sector the noise was coming from, if you could calculate that by typing something into the computer.
Can you move the camera at all?
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
All right, yeah, so I guess I would like to try and engage with this sort of interface and see if I am able to switch any of the functions around, get views of different pods or different sectors.
Yeah, I mean, you can easily switch cameras. There's nothing special you need to do. That's part of the functionality of it. You simply, on the map itself, you basically just need to tap the sector in which you want to view, kind of thing. And then you can cycle through the cameras. So it's currently on like Sector 1. It has the feed, but it doesn't look like there's any controls for the actual cameras. It does seem like they are stationary. So doesn't seem like there's any way for you to manipulate the scope of them,
Sure.
Or shift them from side to side in the sectors. But very easy to pull up the additional live feeds of the other sectors. And actually does look like there is some stored footage here as well. So it's more than just what's live and what is currently going on.
Ah, well. We've found a little treat on here.
What'd you find?
There's something in the memory file. Let's see
Probably
if I
just a
can
sex tape.
pull it up.
Play it.
So I'll try and access it and play it for everyone to see.
So if you want to review this footage, it's going to take you about 40 minutes. You can attempt to hack one to have the time.
Yeah, sure. I will attempt that. So, to hack, I will get 3 dice.
Oh, we did forget the... Sorry to interrupt you, but since Maxie failed at his job, you all take a point of stress from that failure.
Right. Oh, wow. 3 9s.
Oh, wow.
Hot dog. Okay. That's a success. I would take it.
It's
too
almost
bad
like
one of
you
those
can do
wasn't
your
a,
job.
Too bad one of those wasn't a 10.
Well done. You do not incur any additional stress. You have 3 successes. So yeah, you are easily able to half the time. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill in the time here,
1 hour down.
which does take the mission to be in about an hour. You've been here an hour, which does include your descent, unfortunately. But okay, you review the stored footage here. It does look like there is a limit to what is actually kept and stored here, right? You don't have like a whole shift's worth and months of archival footage, as that storage is limited. Clearly, storage is needed. One for research functions, and more importantly, storing any other type of research data that may be elsewhere. But you are able to uncover exactly what happened here. It's footage dated from about 2 days ago. You see a woman, one of the doctors, entering Sector 3. And they immediately go and approach one of the terminals that Anara had determined clearly someone was trying to access. The very terminal that you're at. Behind them, though, coming from Sector 4, another one of the doctors, and they look... They're moving strangely. They're not moving like naturally, not like a natural like bipedal creature would. And they immediately begin to attack the doctor at the terminal. And the fight and the overturned examining table and everything goes all over the place. And the doctor accessing the terminal is cut and hurt, and is able to escape through the way the second doctor had entered, the unnatural doctor.
Was the only female Dr. K Astoria of the 4 that we know of?
So Dr. Shively is also female. Yang and Lagati are both male.
Okay. And do we have any description of either one of them where we would know which doctor was being attacked?
You've
Gonna
been
assume
given
Astoria.
no description.
Dr. Astoria's key card doesn't have a picture on it?
No.
That would have been too convenient, I guess.
But I'm gonna assume if someone escaped and used it bleeding, it was her.
Yeah, we can assume that. I was just trying to
Well, except she
verify.
went through door 4 and we found the key card in 2. Sector 2.
She went through door 4 after she was cut? Is that what you said? I'm sorry.
That's right.
Okay.
Shortly, though, after the one doctor has escaped, the other doctor... Did I give a gender for the doctor that came in? I didn't, right?
No.
So this is one of the male doctors that had attacked the female doctor. Their body changes again. It like snaps back. Almost their spine almost bent the opposite way in 2, and their chest erupts. And you can see what looks like a red eye in the now exposed chest cavity, and tentacles slither out of it, wrapping around each of their limbs to control its movement like a puppet. And they give chase through to Sector 4.
Well,
Doc,
that's not normal.
Okay, I was about to ask you, Doc, if that was normal.
I've never seen that before.
Same.
Did we happen to see if the lanyard had a key card on it? On the affected one.
Oh, there is something around their neck. Yeah, they are wearing something around their neck.
Okay. Oh no.
Again, what are those noises, Maxie?
I look around. I don't hear anything.
You're like a dog toy. You keep squeaking.
Listen, we have a decision to make now. These people, from what we just saw, I don't know if there's any saving them. Do we... This might be all a lost cause. Do we still try to find these key cards?
Well, maybe the lady, but...
Listen,
That
we
fella.
received orders we will do. Secondary orders, rescue personnel. If they're not worth rescuing, not necessary. But let's get the specimens, let's get the 4 personnel keys, let's go.
Well, we better hurry. Get out of here before one of those things finds us.
Don't worry, I've got you.
So you say each one of these rooms has a like a grating that also has this conduit.
Yep.
That follows the same path based on the map, essentially, going to room. Before we go into room 4, I'm going to go over and do like we did in the other room, take the grating off and look through to make sure there's nothing in the tube that goes to the next room.
This does look empty.
I'll listen.
You don't hear anything. Maybe the kind of, the hum of electric wires, and but other than that, no other unnatural sounds. I'm sorry, I forgot about. So watching this footage of this doctor morph does incur 2 stress to everybody.
I
Dude.
figured, but I wasn't going to remind you.
Got like a million stress already.
So I think I'll walk over, look at the monitor again, and look at room 4 and see if there's anything moving in it.
Well, did we get to the end of the recorded footage?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, let's look at through this camera, the other room, see if we can see where anybody is before we go wandering around.
Nobby will select room 4 to start with, where that injured female doctor went to.
You switch over to Sector 4, and the camera is just red. It seems it's obscured by what is clearly blood.
Okay. Sector 5 next.
Is there anything else around here we need?
So Sector 4 and 5 are laboratories, according to the map.
Yeah, so Sector 4 specifically is the primary laboratory. Sector 5 is the specimen laboratory. You see from the camera, like, this area is
I'm
just
sorry,
wrecked.
Leland, you're not saying that word right.
Laboratory.
It's pronounced laboratory.
Yeah, well, Bill's
Laboratory.
frickin' technician mouth is just...
The specimen laboratory is wrecked. There's computers and lab equipment are just trashed. There's clearly specimen cages that have been burst open. And a strange, like, yellow liquid kind of covers a number of the surfaces. But it doesn't look like there is anybody in this sector. There's nothing moving around.
Are any of these specimens able to be saved? Team?
I don't think we care
Your
about
opinion?
the specimens. I think we just need to get the key cards and get out of here.
I get it. There was a secondary objective. This is part of that objective.
Get me into the lab. I can see what these things are.
It's on the way.
We only needed to get the specimens that the doctors deemed necessary, and if we can't find a living doctor, we don't take back specimens.
We can still get the specimens.
Who knows what caused all this? Maybe it's one of these specimens that caused all this carnage. We don't want to take that back to the surface.
Well, I can isolate it.
Can they?
Yes.
I say we kill them. These specimens are up to no good.
Either way, we gotta hurry up.
Keep
Let's
looking.
get to the next room.
Yeah, keep looking through the cameras. See if you see any of the doctors.
Yeah, so Nobby will keep looking. I guess room 6 next, and then 7.
6, its camera also looks obscured, but it's not blood. It just seems like it's like moisture and condensation. You're unable to make out anything in this sector. If you recall, that is the one that had the blinking light for the life support was failing there.
Okay.
That is the drone control sector. That's what Sector 6 is, drone control.
And Sector 7, crew quarters.
Sector 7's camera is functioning, although it kind of looks like it's tilted to one side. Maybe something has bumped it or manipulated it. So it just kind of looked like there's a section of this sector that you just can't see that's off camera. But it does look like there is a galley and a number of additional rooms that would most likely be the crew quarters, as this is crew quarters and galley. But here it doesn't look like there was any type of struggle, like not like in the infirmary at all. This looks like it was a normal untouched sector almost.
And 8 next, I guess.
Number 8, when you switch over to it, is just a black screen.
And last but not least, the diving pool, number 9.
Sector 9 is the diving pool, and you see in the middle of it, it's on the camera. There's clearly an opening to the water. There's like a large open, like circular space suspended above it from chains. It looks like there's like a pod. It's similar to one that you came down, but clearly much smaller. And you see a doctor, the same doctor that was accessing the terminal and was attacked. It seems like she's coming in and out of the pod and she's with tools and clearly working on it or trying to do something to it.
I pointed at the screen. There, we gotta go there.
Yeah, she looks like she might be okay, or at least not one of these freaky insect creature things.
Well, let's hurry. We pull up the map again. We can figure out the quickest way
Yeah,
there.
what sector is this?
Yeah, so I'll pull up my PDD, my little tablet, and pull out the map. Okay, so we're here. I don't know.
I don't see the red dot.
The quickest way is, we could go back and then to the pod bay, and then across to Sector 8 and Sector 7, and then to Sector 9. I don't really want to go through Sector 4 or 5, the laboratory there.
But somebody could be in need of our help in 4.
Well, we know someone's in need of our help in 9, and maybe she...
But, I mean, we're in 3, right? We could just go 4, 7, 9. That seems quicker than going to 2, 1, 8, 7, 9.
Yeah, but...
Yes.
Alex starts...
479 is the most efficient.
There was blood on
Alex
the camera
starts
in
going
4.
to 4.
But there's nothing moving in camera 4.
I'm following Alex out of 3 towards 4.
I don't want to have to say I told you so.
Nobby, shut up.
Well, but fellas and ladies, before you leave, there's some more things that I might be able to do with this here.
Do it quickly. We don't know how long she'll be there. We need to go get her.
Okay. So I will try and access the personnel tracker functionality of this device.
Absolutely. Easy, just a flick of a switch. And you see little beacons kind of light up on the map. One, here in Sector 3, is labeled Astoria. Yang, a little blip in Sector 4. Shively's blip is in Sector 6. And Legati in Sector 7.
So who's in 9 if these... Okay, where am I going? We gotta go through 4, right? Dr. Yang.
Yes, let's go to 4.
Anything else, Nobby?
I'll say it again. What if Yang is that baddie, that creepy crawly infected person who we saw on the camera?
Alex, you got your gun ready?
Yeah. I'm not about to go through 5 different sectors when we could go through 3. Plus, on the way, the key is in 7 for Legati. The key is in 4 for Yang. They could be there in distress.
Okay.
Yeah, what she said.
Uh-huh.
Let's go.
I opened the door to 4.
Yeah, guns out. Let's go.
Scapple out.
Are we actually done with this terminal?
Yes.
Okay, great.
I mean, the emergency controls restricted means that I can't control them, right?
Well, I don't know. You didn't attempt to.
Yeah, you can try it.
We're leaving.
Okay, you're going.
You can stay.
Absolutely.
I can send Little Knob ahead as well. Little Knob's...
Look, you called it that.
It's my drone. Little... He's awful sneaky, and might be safer for him to go ahead and take a little look-see.
I'm going
makes
through
sense.
the door right now.
Don't say I didn't offer.
She's like your big knob.
So, I hear what Alex says, but I'm gonna send my drone to scout ahead anyway. I'll come along with the crew, but I'm gonna send my drone a little ways ahead.
I mean, it's up to Leland, but I said, and I was going in the other room like minutes ago.
Okay.
Both Alex and Inara have gone through the bulkhead, which, again, when opening on the other side means you cannot open it from 3 yet until it's closed.
Okay, so then I would have got locked behind.
I think
Yeah.
you took long enough that, yeah.
Okay.
Maxie, are you with Nobby?
I would be with Nobby waiting for him to come through.
I
So
don't
sticking
know
in right
that I
through.
would have let the door to 3
You won't have to
close.
wait long for Nobby to come.
Two pump jump.
What are you doing, Nobby?
Get your asses in here. Come on, let's go.
We got things to do. There's no time for this. Anybody else have stress other than what? I got 9.
I have 5.
I have
Makes it hard to roll less
5.
than that on a 10-sided die.
I have 5.
Hurry up, you two. We gotta go.
Come on, Nobby.
So, Inara, you're holding the door from Sector 3 open, so Alex, unfortunately, can't get into 4 yet until everyone gets in the bulkhead.
I go in.
Rolling my eyes.
Nobby wanders forward and kind of steps over the threshold, then steps back and kind of...
I will grab his shirt and
Scratches
pull
his-
him in and shut the door.
Thank you, Inara.
Let's go.
Alex, first one into the laboratory then. You step in. Well, it looks like, your stereotypical laboratory has the lab equipment around, the microscopes and Erlenmeyer flasks. There's so many Erlenmeyer flasks here. It seems there's a fetish almost. I don't know. It's a lot. But
How many graduations are on your cylinder, am I right?
it's got as many as you need, little knob. But there's a body in the middle of the laboratory. And around it, there's just like dozens of like bloody pages spread around it. His chest has been torn open and like stuffed with content of like research binders. There's blood covers most of the equipment in this room. And the sight of it induces one stress to all of you.
Oh, for Pete's peppers.
It's
Is
gonna
there,
be
like,
even
what
more
happens when I
difficult to
hit,
roll
like,
less than a
20
10.
stress? Do I just die outright?
There's no mechanic for that, but if you had the burnout,
How many stress?
One each.
Plus 1.
Oh, okay.
I'm at a total of 8 stress.
Are there microscopes or anything in this laboratory?
Yeah, absolutely. You also see there's on one of the counters, it looks like there's like an injection gun, and it contains a vial with a green liquid in it.
Does this green liquid bear any resemblance to the kind of slime that we saw earlier?
It does look different.
I would like to examine the green liquid. Do I recognize it? Do I,
That's the only time in this life you should utter that statement.
have any idea what it is? Want me to, like, give you a medicine roll or something?
Sure.
I don't want to tell you what I rolled.
Say it.
Your
I
problem
rolled
started
2
with when
ones.
you touched the dice.
Oh,
Emily.
no.
2 ones.
That's going to be 4 stress.
Oh my gosh.
You can roll me you can make a burnout roll.
How do I do that again? I just roll a d10?
Yeah, so roll a d10. If it's below your current stress, you burn out.
Which is 9. 5!
Okay, so you roll a 5 plus your 9 stress is a 14. So on the chart, a 13 or 14, you gain 2 additional stress, and your nearby teammates, which is all of you, are gain an additional stress. It's clearly Anara's like starting to freak out as she's trying to examine this thing.
What is this? I don't know what this is. What is this? It's green. I've never seen anything like this before. What is it?
I grab it away from her. I go, "That's not how you examine things."
What
And I
is
go over
it?
to the microscope.
Look at it.
It's ridiculous. And I walk over to the microscope, put the light on it, and put a little bit onto the microscope to be able to see if I can tell what this is. And I'd like to do.
Okay, hold on. So Anara, obviously medicine is your job, so right? So everyone's gonna take an additional stress because she failed at her
You're
job.
welcome.
So yes, you could use one of the microscopes. In addition to here, that could be looked at. There's it looks like there is a research terminal that seems functional. Of course, there's the body to investigate, and then there is another cabinet here as well.
I'll go to the body to look for a key.
Cecil's gonna wander over to the cabinet.
Alex, looking at the body, you do find the key for Dr. Yang around this body's neck. As you're because there's kind of a lot of gore as his chest is popped open, but you've noticed the blood in the corpse. It begins to move in the same kind of fashion that goo, that translucent slime was moving, and you gain 1 stress.
Got the key.
Yeah, you find Yang's key.
Put it around my neck.
You said shoved into Dr. Yang's chest were like research papers?
Yeah. So sorry, Nabi, you were looking at.
The cabinet.
Okay, in this cabinet there is a field sample kit, which includes a specimen trap.
Maxie, I think this is your speciality.
I hold my hand up. I'm busy.
Okay, I'll hang on to it. I think this might be something that,
Shh. I'm thinking here.
Yeah, we can hear you thinking, Maxie.
Okay. I look back into the microscope again.
Do you moan while you eat, too?
Shh!
Maxie moans significantly more when he's eating.
Maxie, you're trying to do another research thing?
Yeah. But this time I'm going to use my consummate professional, which gives me +1 drive, which I can spend, I believe, to get an extra die, right?
Mm-hmm.
And also I have my perk as a company scholar that I'm well-versed in company ongoing research, add +1 to any roll to learn about the current project. Would that apply here?
Sure.
Okay, so then with research and science, that gives me 5 die to roll.
Okay, so this is going to be not impossible. This is going to be extreme difficulty trying to parse what this is with zero context. I mean, not more than zero context just with your background, but very little context currently is what's going on.
Did you say extremely difficult?
So you will need 3 successes.
I see. I've got 3 1s, a 7, and a 5.
3 1s?
Yeah.
So...
Oh, we're all dead.
Oh,
we're
boy.
Holy
so
crap.
screwed. This is a short Patreon exclusive. Thank you.
So 3
Thanks
1s,
for
a
being
7, and a
5.
5?
Oh my
So that is
All fails.
6, 7, 8 stress you incur.
Holy.
Brings me to a
Cannoli.
clean 20.
And a burn. I mean, I don't know if you're supposed to be rolling a burnout roll per critical failure, but we're not going to do that. We're going to do instances of critical failures.
Okay.
But you will have to make me a burnout roll here, which automatically you burn out, right?
Well, I have a
there's no
20.
way.
Yeah. So
So
you
what
you
do
cannot.
I-
You will roll
yeah.
below.
20. On his 1d10, he's going to roll below a 20.
Wait, I feel like I should do it. 1!
Okay. So,
my God.
So you very quickly, in about an hour and 20 minutes of the game clock here, as another 20 minutes pass, you have maxed out the burnout effect. So 19 to 20 plus, you have -1 health when you gain stress for the next 1d10 hours, which for the next 4 hours,
Ooh.
when you gain stress, you lose a health.
I have 3 total health.
Yeah, you're dead.
So I, again, am going to treat that as instances of stress gain, not per stress you
Okay.
gain.
While he's doing that, after he took the vial from me, I'm going to pull some pills out of my pocket and, like, with shaky hands, I'm going to down some painkillers,
Okay.
which will remove a total of 6 stress, but give me a -1 die for 1d10 hours.
Okay. For the next 5 hours.
Oh, shit.
So keep track of those. And so regular painkillers would remove 3 stress, but of course, you being the medic, the effects are doubled, so you remove 6 stress. The debuffs for taking these pills, as your bottle has 3 uses, they do stack. So if you need to use it again for yourself, you'll incur an additional penalty, like additional hours. Which, I mean, honestly, you get to more hours than you have left. There's really no penalty because it could be for 20 hours. It could be it's pretty close to the remainder of the mission already.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's just for, you said 5 hours. That'll take us to the hour 7. Into
Just
hour
about.
7.
Just about, yeah.
So I'll take the microscope. I can't figure it out. I take it and I throw it across the room. Ah! It doesn't make any sense!
I'll shakily hold my hand out to Maxie. You want some painkillers?
It wouldn't hurt, really. Yeah. Hold my hand out for some painkillers.
Give him some painkillers.
Okay, I'll pop them in my mouth.
Okay. So you could take. Does yours. Well, I'll roll your ability over because it's coming from the medic. So remove 6 stress. And you have. Oh, you have -1 die for 1 hour. That's not that bad.
So I don't have the health loss then?
Oh no,
At
that's
this point?
that still applies.
Oh, that still applies. Okay, and then I'll look over at Nobby and I'll take a deep breath. What? What did you want?
Maxie, you're not looking so hot there, buddy.
I just can't think straight down here. It's too closed in.
I think you need to maybe Breathe through the nose. Out through the mouth.
I'm the medic here. I'll tell people how to breathe, not you. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Yes, suck it up,
Maxie,
Maxie.
breathe out through your nose and through your mouth.
Actually, studies have shown that really doesn't help.
Just do it.
Gee whiz,
Have
everyone's
studies
an
shown
expert
that
around
not
here.
pissing
Good
off the soldier
for
health?
health. And I'll point out my badge.
Could you each roll me an aware check, please?
Oh, crap.
I'd really rather
I got
not.
10.
I got 20. I got 2 zeros on my die.
5.
I'm on it.
So how does this work, Leland? I have 1 check mark in aware.
Okay, so you have 1 die. Same as a skill, you're making your pool for your aware pool, right? So you have 1 die, so you just roll the d10 and give me the result.
Okay, that's not bad. I rolled. Wait, is that a 9 or a 6? How do I tell?
There's a
There
line.
is no line.
Oh my gosh,
seriously.
this man. Who could put up with this man for the rest of their life?
Oh, I
you
see.
know?
If you're...
It's a.
Somebody rolled low on your marriage.
It's a joke, everybody. It was a joke.
Oh, here we are. It's a 9. It's a percentile, so it's.
He's used to ignoring me. Listen to it.
Did anyone hear that? I thought I heard something.
Huh?
Yeah, it's a 9.
Okay, all of you, and with all this going on, you all notice is one of those wishbone-y things creeps out from behind some equipment. It's trying to get the jump on you, but clearly, it you all notice it approaching you, and we will enter combat.
Dun, dun, dun.
Let's just take those aware rolls as the first round of initiative. That's going to be Alex with a 20. So you see this thing, it comes out from around where the conduit that leads from Sector 4 exits. And this conduit actually isn't next to the bulkhead that would lead to Sector 5. But it's more kind of off to the right, down to almost like the in a southerly direction.
And regardless of where he is, I'm going to shoot it.
All right. So, if you recall, for combat, you have 2 of 3 actions you can take: a move, an attack, or just an action if there's something else you want to do. You don't have to do 2, but you can't do 1 twice.
Okay, so to attack it, I roll fight.
Yeah. So you will use your fight, and anything that would add a pool to your fight die. Add a die to your fight pool.
Yeah, so Deadeye adds a die with my weapon.
Right.
So it's just 2.
Your handgun itself adds a die.
It's just 3. You guys.
Uh-oh.
I failed. I got a 6, a 5, and a 1.
Okay. Yes, those are all failures. So during combat, though, these rolls do not incur any stress. But yes. You shoot off of this thing, and it's clearly much faster than it looks as it maneuvers and dodges your shots. Elena?
Mm-hmm.
Could you roll me a d10, please?
5.
Your bullet ricochets off of the side of the sector with no other effects. Who is next? Who got the next highest?
I had a 10.
At a 5.
That is Anara.
How far away is this creature from me?
It's about 20 feet from you.
And it's not near the doorway to go out of 4.
No, it's closer to the conduit vent. That is probably, if you're just kind of tracing the wall, about 15 feet away from the actual bulkhead.
I want to run over to the door to leave 4 and open it and let's go. Let's get out of here. We can shut this thing in here. Let's go.
Okay, so that's a move and an action. Excellent. Nobby with a 9.
I think I'm gonna follow.
Oh, I forgot. Everyone takes stress when Elena failed her job.
Yeah, I know.
But I don't... It will... Oh, yeah.
Just 1.
Which means Maxie
Which takes
a health for me.
loses hits a health.
Oh.
Yep, that's what I was wondering during combat. I guess that wasn't a combat.
Do I take a stress when I fail?
No, just the rest of the team.
I mean, sorry guys.
Okay, so Nabi, you've moved and you're joining Inara you're gonna move into the bulkhead. You can get into the bulkhead.
Yeah.
All right. 5, Maxi.
I run, shaking my flashlight as I run into the place following.
Don't talk about
Inara,
shaking your
Following
flashlight.
Inara. I go, let's get out of here! And run.
Okay, and finally the specimen at a 4 here for this round moves up to Alex to try to bite it. That reptilian section of it tries to latch onto your ankle. So this is going to make his fight attack, which has 2 dice, versus either you can choose body or dodge, Elena, whichever would be highest, I guess, for you.
Body?
Well, it gets a 2 and a critical hit. So that's going to be 2 hits you have to defend against.
I get 3 die because my body armor. So I got an 8, a 10, and a 2.
Oh, that is 3 crit and success. Easily defend. You just kind of lift your foot up out of its snapping jaw.
Yeah, I do.
New round. We have the reroll aware.
7 for Maxi.
5 for Inara.
Yeah, 6 for Alex.
8 for Cecil.
Cecil, you're first.
I don't have like a gun or anything, eh? So
Nah, mate.
I can't attack from a distance. I'm gonna keep moving through this corridor, and I intend to head south down towards Sector 7.
Go to 5 so we can get to 6 so we can get the other card and get out of here.
Okay, so yes, in the middle of this bulkhead, it does look like there is a T. There is another door that would be on your right-hand side, as you would if you were to continue to Sector 5. You know that this T shape, this right-hand turn, would lead to Sector 7. And now remember, you can get to any one of those doors, but you can't open them because...
Yeah, right. The other door needs to close first.
Right.
Inara, what about the doctor person in Sector 9? They could get on that ship and take off. We need to get to them and save them and see if they know anything. We can always come back. We're not far.
I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know.
No, just trust me. I know. I've been in sticky situations like this before.
The creature got a 7 and does break ties. So it will, again, try to attack Alex here. Oh, 2 fails. Again, just trying to ineffectively snap at you, Alex. Failing to snap, it has taken its attack. It will actually use an action. And you see Alex, especially right at your feet, on its back, along its spine, like these kind of sacs form and grow.
What is it with
in
you and
front of you.
sex?
Like, it's not my fault.
Fucking Nyogi come in here, I'm gonna lose it!
And they burst and spray ink at you.
Of course. The Nyogi octopus.
So it does roll to hit again. I did get another crit and a fail, so you can defend.
I did get 1 success, I got a 9, but I also got a critical fail and a 2.
Okay, so it does get you. It's not going to do any damage, though, but you are blinded now for 1 minute. Okay, sorry, Maxi, you're up.
Okay. So I'm going to run past everybody over towards the door that goes into room 5. And I lean up against the wall. I pull out my little notebook and I wrote right in there, in the event of my death, I leave all my Magic the Gathering cards to my roommate Joe.
Okay, then take your action. Alex.
I'm not fighting.
Alex, you're up.
Guys, I'm blinded. And I'm gonna pull out my knife and charge and try to stab where I last saw that thing.
Okay, yeah, it is right at your feet. So, I'm gonna let you here. So it's only gonna be 1 minute. So we're gonna call that 1 round, right? So after this, it'll kind of dissipate. But if you want to use your action to grab this thing, then you will have no penalty on your attack because you got a hand on it. Or otherwise, the blindness will give you a -1 die for your attack.
If I grab it, can I still stab it?
Oh yes, because that would be your action, right? And then you have your attack.
Okay, so let's try to grab it.
Okay, you can easily get a hand on it, and go ahead and roll an attack.
553.
That's unfortunately fails. So who's close? Let's do this proximity here. Looks like just really Anara, because Nobby and Maxie had run into the bulkhead. So Anara takes a stress for Alex's fail at the fight. No stabs. Unfortunately, the blindness is just too hard to overcome here. Last is Anara.
Alex, come this way! And I'll run back and try and grab her arm and bring her back towards the door.
Okay, I'll let you lead her a few steps closer to the door. She's still holding on to this thing. And another round. Let's re-roll our awares here.
1 for Maxie.
12.
I have an 11 for Nara.
6 for Cecil Knobs.
Okay, Alex, top with 12. You can now see the ink wipe away from your eyes, holding on to this thing still.
I'm going to first try to stab it again.
Okay.
6, 5, 3. Freaking Alex.
Do you want to drop it? You want to get it, throw it away from you?
Are we staying or are we going?
Go, 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 go!
And which way was she leading me?
Into the
Towards
into
5.
the corridor or
The door.
5?
Between 4 and 5, yeah. Just into that door.
I'm gonna drop it and go to 5. Or make my movement that way. Sorry,
Anara,
guys.
you're up next.
I failed though, so someone else has to
I
take
will
stress
run
again.
after her and
Oh
run
yeah,
into the
Anara,
hallway and try.
Anara takes another stress. Sorry for the
I did.
failed attack.
Okay,
Crap.
alright, thanks.
Yeah. And I'll shut the door behind me.
Okay, you've sealed. Cecil, what door are you at, Cecil?
I want to go south down towards Sector 7. The crew quarters / galley.
You can open it now. I imagine you're probably there waiting to push the button to open as soon as...
I'm mashing the keypad just...
It opens as quickly as possible to reveal another bulkhead that moves down to Sector 7.
Come on, let's get away from that freakish thing. We need to find the one doctor that's still in her right mind.
No, we need the
I thought we
2
were going.
keys.
I thought we were going here. I pointed to 5.
Y'all are crazy. We don't. It could just be more chaos and dead doctors that way. Let's go to the one that we know is
There's
alive.
a key. No, we need the keys. Keys are priority. There's a key in 6.
We need to get out of here. We shouldn't be here. We need to leave.
We are getting paid to get the keys, and I can't lose this job.
I can't work like this.
Nobby, we have to go for keys. We're here to get keys, not people.
Alex,
People, secondary mission.
I can't agree. I think we've got a guaranteed thing in Sector 9, but
The key isn't in Sector 9.
you get paid to be the muscle, and
There are
think
keys
that
in 6
muscles
and
squeezing
7.
on your brains. That's all I'm saying.
Oh dear God, I'm gonna die down here, and
Secondary objective is to save anything living, including yourself there, Maxie.
Here, Maxie, have some more pills. Here.
Thank you.
Give more painkillers.
Take them.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Goodness
Okay, so we
gracious.
can
Can I OD on painkillers?
reduce 6
Yeah,
stress.
you can.
Reduce 6
He's
stress.
narcotic
6.
naive.
And okay, you have a minus. You have a minus. Where is it? You have a -1 to all rolls for 7 more hours.
Holy cow.
Okay. I have a -1 die for all. Okay, so
Let's just hope he never has to roll for anything.
can I even roll aware anymore?
Probably not.
Actually, that's no, you can't. So your aware is always going to be 0
Okay.
for 7.5
Does
more
it count
hours.
for that, or does it just skill checks?
It says all rolls.
Oh, goodness.
Hot dog.
Whoops.
That's okay. You didn't even kill the thing. You failed terribly. Okay, so we've come to a consensus to go to Sector 5 then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobby reluctantly will follow.
I hit the button. I'm right there.
It still annoys me that Bill doesn't think this is the right choice. It's like,
There's going to be enemies this way, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
So?
And we know there's
enemies anyway.
there might not be though.
And 6 is potentially
We know
flooded
there are
also.
not enemies in Sector 9 because we've seen it. There's a living...
We're not planning to
Doctor.
rest.
Anyway, door to 5 opens.
So you step into Sector 5, and this was the area that was just completely trashed. the lab equipment, computers, the busted open specimen cages. No specimens in them again. The strange yellow liquid covering most of the surfaces. There does look like there's an open refrigerator, like a mini fridge that would keep like blood samples, and it seems there is a sample in there. There's another, also of note, another cabinet. It does look dented, as if maybe something had been shoved into it, but is unopened. And it does look like there is, in a kind of a smear of viscera, a notebook.
I want to check the cabinet.
I want to look at the notebook.
The cabinet, maybe take a bit of effort from the dent where the two doors would meet, but it does contain a tranquilizer rifle and 2 darts.
Do we know what those tranquilizer darts do?
They're
As
in
far
the
as
handbook,
like,
if you look.
oh,
They tranquilize.
they do what you would expect. Like they take down.
It says
Yes.
+1 to attack rolls at medium long range on hit.
Right.
Targets unconscious for 3d10 minutes.
Exactly. So they do no damage, but they do knock something out for a number of minutes. The notebook. You see that the notebook itself, in addition to what it's lying in, it's also covered in most like blood and gore. But there does look like there are a few entries from, specifically, this is Dr. Shively's like personal notebook. And flipping through, you find a number of entries that you can read. The earliest dated 2 weeks ago, in clearly like handwritten script here. The Tonga Trench is a myriad of new discoveries. Unique specimens are pulled out daily. However, they have yet to yield any kind of extraordinary breakthrough that could make my career. Next entry, dated 5 days ago. That fool Ligotti lucked into my breakthrough. My is capitalized, in case the read didn't give that to you.
Me.
What was he doing examining my batch of specimens? Despite my extreme disappointment, the specimens exhibit rapid evolution is remarkable. There's no limit to the potential pharmaceutical applications. From 2 days ago. Idiot! Absolute imbecile! Reckless and careless Ligotti, never following proper specimen handling protocol. Yet somehow he has led to another potential major finding. I've isolated a mutagen from a blood sample I drew after treating his wound from his bite. A specimen latched onto him while he was examining it. With it, though, I've produced a concentrated sample, as well as a vaccine for any immediate effects. I find myself at a career crossroads. This is it. After years of dedicated fastidiousness, I'm so close. I've taken 0 shortcuts and have earned this find. Not fallen ass backwards into a breakthrough. Yet, as I write this with one hand holding the concentrated mutagen in the other, I truly can't deny what Ligotti so brazenly lives by. Fortune favors the bold. That is the last entry that you find. But there are a number of scribbles in the margins of this notebook. Something that looks like a formula of some kind. And also, just sentence fragments, like regeneration, question marks on all these. Ink sacs, electricity, additional appendages, camouflage tactics.
Are you reading this out loud?
I didn't say I was, so no. You said ink sacs what?
Electricity, additional appendages, camouflage tactics.
Nobby knows about additional appendages, am I right?
So I sort of say, oh, it looks like Shively and Ligotti we're sort of having a problem with each other. Yeah, there's some research here, and it looks like maybe I sort of explained to him what it says. That the ink sacs, the electrical appendages, maybe electrical will hurt him somehow. And I go over to the samples. And is there anything written on any of the samples, like the things that she described were, like the vaccines and things like that?
In this fridge, it just looks like there's only a blood sample from about 4 days prior, and it's labeled Ligotti.
Okay, I'll take that and say, It's something from up in the Tonga Trench. I don't know what they found, but apparently it has some kind of properties that could be very beneficial.
But led to this massacre?
Well, things went wrong, apparently. I don't know.
Drop that. We don't want to take that back with us. What are you doing? Nothing from here should come back with us.
I sort of open the book up and I go, look, it says there could be this could be very, very important.
I don't think they knew what they were getting into.
Maxie handed it to me.
Well, why?
Because specimen's secondary objective. I could take it back.
No.
That's what I'm collecting. That's my job.
No.
I put it in my bag.
Let the record show I strongly object to this.
Maxie, if you wanted to look at the formula scribbled in the margins, you can make me a research 2.
Research 2, do I get science along with that?
Sure.
And do I get my consummate professional +1 drive when performing your job?
Okay, but that is going to, I guess, balance out with your the pain pill, the addiction from the pain kills, the -1.
So I have a -1 there, and then my company scholar. You're well versed in company ongoing research at +1 to learn about the current project.
Yep, definitely.
So that would be 5 -2, so that gives me 3. -2 because I have a -1 for all rolls and -1 die for an hour. I have a 2 6s and a 4.
Shaking my head.
So that's going to be 3 stress, which will reduce your health by 1. You take 1 point of damage. And I'm going to need you to make me a burnout roll.
Okay, so 3 points of stress. Okay, a burnout roll.
What is your stress level?
13, I believe.
Okay.
And I rolled a 2, which is less.
Hey.
Less than... I rolled a 2 on a 10-sided die, and it is less than 13.
Yes, it is. So you will burn out. So that is only a 15, though.
Less is bad.
Hey, 15 to 16 is not as bad as a 19, 20 plus. 15 and 16 is you're gonna gain a D10 of stress, which is 7. You gain 7 stress.
Do I take
That's so much.
-1 point of health for each point of stress?
Yeah.
How do we revive
I thought you said for each instance of stress, so it would be 1.
It doesn't matter because I had 1 health left.
Why didn't you tell
regardless.
me?
Well, this all just happened. I was down to 2, and I lost 2.
Don't we have
Try to revive.
Don't we have like a
Since
dozen health kits that we haven't been using on him?
Since stress is since I will consider this to be 1 instance of stress, just because there are so many other times that you will take stress, you're for sure going to die from it.
Yes.
So you're still at 1 life, but you still take the 7 stress.
Okay. I sort of pass out.
Okay, I want to attend to him.
I look at this and I go, dear God, I can't figure any of this out. And I sort of fall down on the floor and start breathing heavy.
Can I administer first aid to him?
Yes, you absolutely can. So, your field med kit is going to add a +1 to your first aid dice pool.
But I have a -1 because of a burnout, so I get 2 dice.
Okay.
I rolled a 1 and a 9.
Okay, so you yourself take 2 stress. You did get one success, so that's success because you're the medic. Normally it would only heal 1, but it's doubled the effects because you're the medic. So you do heal 2 there, Maxie. A fail there would have killed Maxie.
Whoopsie.
Close. And you get a burnout, right? As a critical failure?
Yeah, because you did. So you can roll me a burnout roll as well.
So I rolled a 7, and my stress level is 10.
Okay. You attack. Oh wow! You attack the nearest teammate, which is going to be Maxie.
You heal him, then just smack him.
Damn it! Oh no! I'm gonna slash at you with my.
Yeah, you may
Are
be.
you, giving me, are you punching my chest?
He did really hard CPR. Yeah.
So go ahead and make a fight roll. Anara.
I'm getting mixed signals.
So my fight has 1x, but because of my scalpel, I get another die. So that's 2 dice, but it's minus 1 die because of my previous burnout.
Okay.
I rolled a 7.
Okay, so it is a fail anyway. So Maxie doesn't necessarily need to dodge or body it. So you take another stress.
I could do it.
Alex, you could.
Technically.
Yeah, technically, I should have given you the choice beforehand, but yeah, I mean, Alex and Navi, you see Nara like start to freak out.
Yeah, so Nara's freaking out, and I can tell she's gonna hurt him, so I'll try to take the hit. How about that?
Okay, so you get in front and you can make your body
I'll
roll.
block her.
Yeah, absolutely, and you block, and the.
So I rolled a 10, but then I rolled a 3 and a 4.
I mean, that's great. That's a crit. So you definitely get in front. I imagine you kind of grab a wrist as she's wielding this scalpel, and you're able to stop her and calm her down.
Yeah, and I'm like, Anara, calm down.
But there's all this, and we
Maxie?
gotta leave. We gotta get out of here.
Anara, shut up. Maxie, are you good? Are you good? Can you suck it up?
I look around. I think I'm okay now.
Okay. Are we getting this key or what?
So, did I take a damage on all that fiasco that just happened right
No,
there?
you're back to 3. You're back to full health.
Okay. All right.
Wow.
And I will say the end of hour 2 has come to a close here. So we're into hour 3 now.
Dun dun dun.